Welcome to Jilly on the Beat, your personal hotspot for the latest news and music. I'm your host, Jill Murphy. Hi, this is Jill Murphy. Today is February 26th, which means that this is the first episode of my podcast series, Jilly on the Beat. The world of music's crazy and hard to keep up with, but don't worry, that's why I'm here. This show reviews the latest albums, tours, and other big events with the hottest artists in the game. Today we're going to be talking about pop sensation Justin Timberlake and his big return to the spotlight. Was his Super Bowl halftime performance truly up to Super Bowl standards, or was this a total flunk? I also want to touch on his new album really quick, Man of the Woods, and how people have been responding to it. First things first, the Super Bowl. The annual event aired on February 4th and consisted of the usual timeline: million-dollar commercials, an intense matchup between two major teams, and finally, the only thing that most people care about, the halftime show. Now, considering what we know about this part of the game, these shows are supposed to knock everyone off their feet. They're usually a top performance for the artist chosen and are supposed to serve as a mini concert for the viewers at home. This year, I don't know if I can say the same. Justin Timberlake is someone that I've loved since the NSYNC days, so him performing at the Super Bowl again made me really excited. He last performed at this show in 2004 with Janet Jackson, which has gone down in history as Nipplegate. This halftime show exploited Jackson and showed a split second of nudity, which really hurt her career. Fast forward 14 years later, I felt that Timberlake would bring his all to make up for this. Unfortunately, myself and many other critics felt that this halftime show could have been way better for what JT usually brings to the table. An example of what I read online from critics is when the Prince tribute was thrown into the mix, with the critic saying, and I quote, "Prince didn't die for Justin Timberlake, and he certainly didn't die for this. Yikes." Today I have Anna as my guest. How are you today, Anna?
I'm good, thanks for asking.
So, do you feel that this halftime show could have been improved, or do we always have extremely high expectations for artists like Justin Timberlake?
I feel like Justin did a good job, but I felt like he wasn't the person I was expecting to perform at the Super Bowl. He's very outdated now compared to all of the new upcoming artists out there today that are younger and new to the scene.
And do you agree with the backlash of many Prince fans, or do you think that it's pure exaggeration about the hologram?
Well, I agree with the Prince fans that Justin shouldn't have done the hologram. I have seen many interviews of Prince disagreeing with using technology to bring back artists who've passed away, and the portion that he was in wasn't even that long, so it could have been left out. That way we could respect Prince's wishes.
Thanks for stopping by, Anna.
No problem, anytime.
Justin Timberlake dropped Man of the Woods on February 2nd, right in time for his Super Bowl comeback. On February 11th, Billboard.com shared that JT has hit number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart, making this his 4th number 1 album to do this. This is his first album in 5 years, which is a pretty long time to create new music. Man of the Woods, however, was not pleasing to the ears, or my ears at least. I felt like I was listening to a mixture of rock, folk, hip-hop, country, and pop, all thrown it together into 16 songs. Really weird. I get that artists need to switch up their sound to keep their fans interested, but this? Yeah, this isn't it. Do you even know what genre you are anymore, Justin? I couldn't even listen to one song in full. Like I said before, love JT and his old stuff, but this was a huge disappointment for me to hear. I don't know if it's because I'm used to his usual material, but this album just didn't do anything for me. Critic Jamieson Cox said that these songs overstay their welcome and how each track doesn't have a hook or the dynamism to justify their continued existence. Wow, pretty rough, Jamieson. Doesn't mean I don't agree, though. I just really don't see this album being considered a classic such as his past ones, like the 2020 Experience or Justified. Sorry, not sorry. But if anyone is interested in purchasing Man of the Woods to listen for themselves, you can find it on all music platforms, including Apple Music and Spotify. Thanks for listening to Jilly on the Beat. Next week, we'll be talking hip-hop, so make sure you tune in for that. This is Jill Murphy, and I'm looking forward to my next podcast.
Exactly what you like, times 2.